I don't know if I'd rather pose with a snake or put my foot in Tarantino's mouth. That's a hard one. What are you choosing?
I'm going to put my foot in Tarantino's mouth. That's just me.
How much? What if the difference is like, all right, we'll give you $200,000 if you put your foot in his mouth, but if you do the snake bit, it's $400,000.
My toes are so far from my brain, it's not even really a part of me.
Yeah, but the temperature thing.
What temperature?
You ever had a dog like lick your foot?
The temperature of his mouth? Oh, he's gonna lick my foot.
No, he's gonna suck your toes while you pour alcohol down it.
Movies on video cassette.
Welcome to Strange Glow Video.
Guys, I'm eating junk and watching rubbish.
We're oozing with VHS, horror, nostalgia, and more.
New better block glow in the dark.
After it drops a videotape, you can get a glow-in-the-dark hand puppet from the movie Casper.
And now, your hosts, Alec, Justin, and Nick.
Hey, you're not allowed to rent here anymore. Yeah!
Sharkleberry Finn, anyone?
What year is that from?
2023.
Yeah, I'll take one. Justin.
Is that a Kool-Aid jammer?
Yeah.
Justin can't have one.
Sharkleberry Finn is strawberry orange punch, but the old artwork was much better. Now Sharkleberry Finn is just a plain old shark.
Is this part of the episode?
Yes.
What are we here?
It is now.
We're here for Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom.
So originally, George Lucas wanted Short Round to be a virginal young princess.
Virginal young princess Short Round.
And Steven Spielberg says you're a weird sex pervert. And we're not doing
Weird
that.
sex pervert.
Okay.
I read that.
Sorry, that was one breath. I thought it was pretty impressive.
George Lucas is a weird pervert.
Where did you read that, Nick?
Somewhere.
Somewhere.
I thought it'd be better if it was a young woman.
Why do you have to point out that she's virginal?
She would be a virgin,
She's 11, of course. So we hope she's a virgin.
and we would show her feet a lot.
We would show her hymen.
She'd be barefoot the whole time.
She'd rip her hymen on the elephant.
Do you think we could get Brooke Shields for this?
I was going to say, once you started talking about feet, I was like, wait, is Quentin Tarantino directing this?
No, I was more hinting at the guy who worked for Nickelodeon that directed those Nickelodeon shows with kids in them that always was doing feet things and writing the feet
What?
things into the script. You didn't hear about this guy?
Nickelodeon?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, iCarly or something. You remember that show?
Yeah.
I mean, you were probably too old to watch
they were
it, but
doing
like you
feet
remember.
stuff. I had a weird friend that watched that stuff.
Yeah, so that guy, I can't remember his name and I don't want to know it, but
They put feet stuff into the script of iCarly.
yes, and he would
Was it-
do weird shit. Like you don't even want to get into it. It's
Maybe he was
crazy.
just getting paid off. Maybe he was just getting paid off by Quentin Tarantino.
No, he's completely canceled.
He's like, let me see some feet on that Nickelodeon show.
Tarantino at least has the decency to write you into a role where he gets to lick your feet, but you're at least probably getting a lot of money out of it and publicity.
And pour some champagne down her foot.
Yeah, posing with a snake, and I don't know if I'd rather pose with a snake or put my foot in Tarantino's mouth. That's a hard one. What are you choosing?
I'm going to put my foot in Tarantino's mouth. That's just me.
How much? What if the difference is like, all right, we'll give you $200,000 if you put your foot in his mouth, but if you do the snake bit, it's $400,000.
My toes are so far from my brain, it's not even really a part of me.
Yeah, but the temperature thing.
What temperature?
You ever had a dog like lick your foot?
The temperature of his mouth? Oh, he's going to lick my foot.
No, he's gonna suck your toes while you pour alcohol down it. It's gonna be a whole fucking. You've seen that movie.
For that amount of money, I would do it. Oh, I would.
Yeah, but he's asking if you would do that for $200,000.
I would
For
not.
$200,000, he could pour the alcohol down his legs, and I would drink it off his toes.
I don't know if I'd be able to.
$200,000?
I don't know if I'd be able to do the snake part because I'm like Indiana Jones and I fucking hate snakes.
Yeah.
See, I don't necessarily love snakes, but I can tolerate them just because.
I could put my foot in Quentin's mouth easier than
I would just have to think of the scene where
That's a
she's
big
doing it and be
snake.
like, Salma Hayek did this. Okay, I can get away with this.
Maybe if they had the snake sedated or something.
I mean, I just think it would be
Was it
better.
like- Was
The
that
snake better be sedated.
Was it the first
I would take-
Wayne's World where
I would,
the snake falls?
I would- yeah, I would take the less amount of money because I think it's a better party story to tell that Quentin Tarantino sucked my toes than it is to say that I held a snake. Really, just from a financial standpoint, I think it's a better It's a better story to be able to
I
tell.
don't think of toes as a sexual thing, so it wouldn't bother me.
Neither do I. Like,
I can see some of the appeal there, but like
I mean, no,
not with that, because that's another man. That's a homosexual act too.
what?
And both of you, as far as I know,
Sucking on
are
my
straight.
toes?
If it's sexual, yes.
I mean, I don't want any penetration.
Yes.
My toes penetrating his mouth.
I'm not saying you're having full-on penetrative sex, but I'm saying it
That's
is
not
a
too
sexual
gay.
act if it is for one person, regardless of the other person's.
It's an acceptable amount of gay for me.
All right, cool.
For money.
I mean, like I said,
I
think it'd
mean,
be a
a
good
lot
story
of
to tell.
gay porn stars weren't gay.
That's true. They're making a lot less money than what we're talking about too.
Oh yeah.
I'll give you $2,000 to suck this guy's dick. Shit, that's like 4 months' rent. All right, here we go. Sure, if it'll get me across the country, I'll take a shot in the mouth.
$2,000.
The rules of the road.
No, I'm estimating. Probably wasn't even that back in the day. So,
Have to be a stranger.
well, right. You don't want to. If you're going to be sucking a random dick and you're a straight guy, you don't want it to be somebody you know.
Yeah, I don't want
That
to,
makes it a whole other level of weird.
I
You
don't
need
want to.
you almost need a glory hole at that point,
I don't
right?
want to have to see him on the podcast Monday.
Yeah, that was awkward, wasn't it?
This is the
I mean,
weird,
that would be awkward.
is this the weirdest start to a Temple of Doom review? George Lucas is loving it though. It's like, let's talk more
This
about
took a real-
virginal princesses.
Yeah, we were talking about virginal princesses, and you guys took a real weird turd from it. I was talking about
Virginal princesses.
a young 12-year-old princess.
Virginal.
I would film the
Peasant.
close-ups, of course, myself.
Spielberg could do the editing, but I would be the one filming.
Yeah, anybody
those
watch that
scenes
Brooke
close-up.
Shields documentary?
Mm-mm. Yeah, some weird shit.
I haven't seen it yet, but I've heard a lot of stuff come out about it. And she's like, "Oh, I just didn't think anything of it." And I'm like,
When I did film research, I learned about some shit that happened to her. She was in a movie.
Blue Lagoon.
Is that the one that she's naked in as a 12-year-old?
Yeah, and she has sex with that boy, and I thought they like really.
See,
had
no,
sex
that's
or
not even the
something.
one.
There's another.
There's another movie where she plays. I think it's Brooke Shields anyway.
Well, Brooke Shields,
But
in the
she
Blue
was-
Lagoon.
Yeah, I know. But this movie, it was like a whorehouse in Louisiana, and she was.
Oh no, that's a different movie.
Yeah.
'Cause- yeah, I think she has. Yeah, well, she's fucking naked on the poster.
Yeah.
But when there's something like she was either molested or actually had sex with.
Oh,
the
there's
kid
so many fucked up things. But I was just thinking, that's who George Lucas would try to cast in this role. I don't know why we're making George Lucas have to be this terrible of a person. Damn,
Mila Jovovich.
fucking
was
tearing
in-
him down.
Mila Jovovich was.
People are like, this is a horrible fucking review of Temple of Doom. This is the Temple of Doom right here. You're in it.
You can't get weirder than Temple of Doom, though.
Temple of Doom does some fucked up stuff.
Is that why?
And I'm not even.
Is that why it's people don't like it? They think it's a little too much for Indiana Jones, or
It's very violent. There's child slavery. There's a lot of elements in this that just don't add up. And the tonally, it kind of skips around.
it's just bad.
It's a fun watch though.
Or-
It's a fun watch, but like you open with like a musical number, like a show tune style number,
Yeah.
which is like,
I like
are
that.
you trying to be James Bond? Are you trying to? Yeah, I mean,
Well, obviously
But
they were
for-
trying to be James Bond. Did you see what he was wearing?
Yeah.
yeah.
My God.
But I mean,
it was the
for
James
like the-
Bond opening out at the ass.
Well,
which,
Spielberg's a big Bond fan.
but that opening does rule. And it, of course, that whole opening is a big Bond sequence. Until it becomes chaotic in there, because that's less Bondish. But
yeah, but I mean, you get all this stuff in 1935. You're in Shanghai. We're at this club, and he gives him the Emperor of China's ashes. Okay, cool. Once his diamond, once his money, yada yada
With the
yada.
diamond, eh?
Like it's a
Didn't they end
What?
up putting the diamond behind?
I think so.
Yeah.
Club Obi-Wan.
mm-hmm. Yeah.
Looked cool, though, the neon.
That's from Star Wars.
That's Star Wars.
Here we go.
It's a Star Wars movie.
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Here we go. Star Wars can get away from it.
This movie came out like just about a month before Ghostbusters did.
Yeah, and the Dan Aykroyd was in it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He had a
Very
mustache
briefly.
too, didn't he? In this,
Uh-huh.
I watched on VHS.
Yeah, I had fun watching this, but there's definitely some stuff in there that's like silly. Like they clearly had no idea what cultural stuff they're taking from because, to my knowledge, no one in India uses voodoo dolls, which is a much newer concept than here. Now, granted, they tried to say it wasn't a voodoo doll because it was the knife, not the doll, but I'm like, whatever.
Voodoo has like African and Caribbean, as far as I know, but like
it's a lot of Caribbean vibes and the biggest
Caribbean more modern, but definitely goes back to Africa, I think.
Yes,
but I'm not.
But you have that.
So,
but even then, within the United States, it just feels like they just kind of threw stuff in there to try to have a creepy vibe, and they just didn't really pay attention to what was actually historically accurate. And you're making a movie about an archaeologist, so the fuck are you doing?
I don't know. This is my favorite Indiana Jones movie.
Well, the monkey brain scene is disgusting, and I always, for some reason,
just the monkey brains. You can't even call it that. The fucking snake that they're eating, and they cut it open.
Apparently, black magic is a big thing in India, though.
Witch doctor stuff.
Yeah,
I think the culture it kind of spreads over there, at least into shaman stuff.
Well, interesting.
I think
the Bond movie that came out a year before this was in India, and they had a lot of shit like this, and they're like at a dinner table, and they're eating.
We don't know. None of us know anything about this, really.
And we're
just kind of speculating.
They're eating stuffed sheep's head, so it's kind of similar to the dinner scene in this movie.
Honestly, the snakes bother me more than the monkey brains.
Well, yeah, because they're fucking still alive.
And was
this supposed to be baby snakes inside the dead snake or something?
Oh God, it's giving me the heebie-jeebies thinking about it.
I don't want to.
I don't know, but you see that you see the one guy though eating the living snakes and just like swallowing them whole. You're like, eh.
She's like, you got something light like soup? There's like fucking eyeballs in it.
Yeah. The human sacrifice, like I think that fits well into it, right? I think that helps it with the story.
Well, that's the fun stuff. The cult stuff there. Kalima. Kalima. The whole. Well,
you rip the heart out.
Once, as soon as after dinner, that's like my favorite sequence. As soon as like he shows up with the fruit and then she wants to fuck him and he wants to fuck her and he's like clearly just wants to fuck her.
Yeah, like I said, there's no way he likes this girl.
No, it became very clear as I was watching that today.
She's
after
the most annoying person in the world.
It's like, no, for sure. We're crashing.
Yeah, he's clearly like that's the most single and available woman nearby that he's got a shot with. So he's just like, whatever.
Mm-hmm. He's tired of getting it with short round.
This is prime Harrison Ford. He ain't getting any hotter than this. Like, this is pure take me, daddy.
Yeah, all the shirtless Harrison Ford you see in this one.
She's been marinating for 4 days now, or however long they've been together. And I do mean marinating. Like, it's like chili. When you make chili and you put it in the fridge for 4 days, that shit gets better after 4 days. You know what I'm saying?
The film collects on it.
The film collects on it. When you have to make sure you change. Never mind. All I'm saying is that shit was ready to go. Like, just let's go. Let's do it right now. And then you get the scene where they find he's almost murdered.
Why was a secret passage in her bedroom?
Who fucking knows? Convenience.
That's very convenient.
Because that's how they wrote it.
Very convenient.
A lazy writing, basically. Which is interesting because
I'm not sure how he figured
Lawrence Kasdan turned down the offer to write this movie after writing the first one.
The guys who wrote American Graffiti helped write it with George Lucas wrote this.
It's good.
Yeah, so that's my favorite part. This leading into here, and then they go down the secret tunnel or whatever, and they're the fucking bugs, and then the spikes coming down. We're going to die.
Yeah, he's looking through that little hole at her, yelling at her. She's like, "It's slimy in there," and he's like, "I don't care."
Right. No, that's a good.
Saves him.
I like it anyway.
Saves him and then goes in there and hits the button again.
Yep, pulls the short round, and then short round pulls through.
So I stood against the wall. Short round.
I gotta say, this might be a controversial take, but the sets they used in the Goonies look better than the sets in this movie.
Yeah.
The Goonies, some of the Goonies sets look like actual caves, and I think they probably are.
Yeah, that could be true.
I think
actually,
it does look more realistic.
Yes, maybe. Well, I don't know. I know for a fact that the pirate ship at the end is one of the big sound stages, for sure.
Yeah,
that's not a cave that they actually put a ship in. But I think some of the other stuff could be caves. But I don't know.
Well, here's the other thing that threw me off in this.
I did just watch the Goonies though.
But they had to make fucking traps and shit in there, like the collapsing walls. So
yeah.
Well, you had some of that stuff in the Goonies too, but
that stuff.
Oh, no.
Some of it looked really good, especially when you're just paying attention to the bugs and stuff. Like all the bug shots are fucking horrific. I hate bugs. It fucks me up.
They were eating bugs in the dinner scene too, with those giant fucking things.
Well, yeah, they go from snakes to beetles to the chilled monkey brain for dessert, which those heads were like, I remember those being terrifying as a kid. And then you look at him eating and it just looks like he's eating like some sort of red jello. And you're like, well, that's not gross at all. That just looks fake.
Yeah.
So
that's chilled.
But as a kid, this movie is a lot scarier than when I watched it this time. I was like, oh, there's not anything in this that's like even remotely.
Well, when you're watching the cult scene, that's when I would be scared as a kid, when they're pulling the guy's fucking heart out and sacrificing.
Yeah, when he takes the heart out and then he drops him down the pit. Now, that is one of my favorite scenes in the movie, though, when he drops him down into the pit and you see the heart that he's holding just lights up and burns. Mm-hmm. That's pretty awesome.
Pretty sick stuff.
Her ass would have been dead as soon as they opened that door because the heat from that.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. It would have melted the motherfucker immediately. You'd have boiled them.
And that cage would be really hot when he was pulling her out of it. And he was grabbing it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there's obviously movie magic. We suspend disbelief to see some shit that
I just wanted her to die.
Well, that's fucked up. Why? What'd she do to you?
Annoying.
Say that with a German accent.
I just wanted her to die.
I just wanted her to die.
Get into the oven.
Jesus. Justin doesn't hear all the terrible jokes you're making, straight up.
Yeah, because of the auto mute that Zoom does. So if you're not speaking fully into the mic, it's like trying to compress and mute people. So.
Man, the recording's going to hear it, though.
Nick's laughing at himself, so I'm sure it was
doing Hansel and Gretel.
You would.
What were you thinking?
Hansel and Gretel.
It's the oven.
That wasn't German. I was almost doing like fucking like I'm a Swedish plumber. I'm here to fix your pipes. That's a good Swedish accent from It's Always Sunny.
Oh yeah, Mac.
Yeah.
Speaking of,
to the hamburger store.
Glenn Morshower's new movie and Charlie Day's new movie both came out this week, even though they were filmed like 2 years apart.
Charlie Day's movie looks interesting. What's that called?
Fool's Paradise.
Yeah, that's what it is.
And then Blackberry is
Blackberry. I have no interest in seeing.
I'm interested to see him perform in it, but like this week's podcast of theirs is them talking about both movies. So I'm gonna wait and watch both movies first.
Yeah, I listened to Conan's podcast. He had Charlie Day on, and they talked about his movie.
Oh yeah, I saw that posted, but I didn't watch it.
I listened to Conan's podcast quite a bit.
God damn it!
At least when the guest is someone I want to hear.
Nick's losing his voice because he's still ill. He's still ill. Oh man,
my glands are swollen. That's what
there's things I really like about this movie, and like it could easily be my favorite Indiana Jones movie, but there's a few things in it that are just silly.
No,
and if you were to remove some of those, I'd like it a lot more. But I love
It's not your favorite. What's your favorite?
I don't know. I mean, until we rewatch them all, I'm not going to be able to tell you because I don't.
Give him a crystal skull.
Temple's great.
I'm going to do that just to piss everyone off. Be like, that's my number one pick because I like Aliens the most.
Shia LaBeouf is my favorite actor.
Yeah, Shia LaBeouf. His performance art is great. He's a weirdo. My kind of people.
Ridiculous.
I really like how he beats his wife.
Is that what Shia LaBeouf did?
No, he was abusive I don't even know if it was a wife or girlfriend.
He looks like he would hit women.
He's now dating Mia Goth, so.
What?
Yeah.
Fuck him. I'd suck his dick after he did that.
There you have it, kids. That's how we do the soft opening of this
You
show.
suck Kid Cudi's dick after he fucked her.
Who's that?
That's the guy in X, the black guy.
Kid
Who's the
Cudi?
fucking porn star.
Oh, that's gonna be too big for my mouth.
They actually do show a part of his hog in that movie, and I don't know if it's his real hog, but
Sweaty old hog.
like there's a dark shot where you just see it gleaming in the light, you know? Where he's naked. Do you remember that in X?
No, I don't.
X? What's
Come
X?
on, like you're not looking, like you're not curious about what's dangling down there.
What's X?
What's that porn movie? Yeah.
Oh, I don't remember seeing any cock.
It's very dark, and he's standing.
Well, yes, he's a dark man.
No, nope,
I mean,
nope.
I feel like I saw that, but it didn't stand out to me. I'm going to tell you that. I didn't remember it. I'm not like, ooh, that was a scene that just stayed with me.
Was it a ruck?
It's probably in the middle.
Post eruption.
Nobody ever appears completely soft in a movie on purpose, except Farva. Farva did that.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Farva?
In Super Troopers,
Oh,
it's powdered sugar. It's delicious.
Yeah.
No, but Jason Segel admitted to
oh yeah.
playing with himself a little bit. I mean, everybody probably does.
Very little like that.
Yeah, you don't want it.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're a grower, not a shower, you want to at least get some growth going before you show it.
If you're cold, it'll shrivel up a little bit. You at least want it to be presentable.
Yeah, you're gonna warm it up with your hands, Nick.
People are gonna look at it on a giant silver screen. Well, yeah, there you go. It's gonna look bigger on the big screen.
Nick, you realize you could potentially, if you think there's someone out there hot enough, you could potentially get a job as a fluffer and then literally blow someone after they've been fucking someone else while they're changing camera angles to keep them hard, you know?
How much do they get paid?
Some of them are just porn actors who are just do that on sets that they're not filming
On break.
because I'm sure they still get paid well. I mean, I don't know. Look into it. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, Nick's gonna look into a new hobby and a career.
Temple of Doom, everyone.
No,
Yeah, I feel like I'm excited for the new Indiana Jones movie, but at the same time, like these are like, I don't know. There's not a whole lot to say about them.
You're just not an Indiana Jones lover, and I'm not necessarily either, but this one specifically, I do.
I watched the shit out
love
of this
it.
when I was a kid.
Well, yeah, I feel like they play this on TV all the time.
I
I
watched
love
a few
movies about
things-
cults, so
A few things about this movie I will say that I noticed this time that I never noticed before. First, well, I'm not at home, so I watched it on a TV here in the guest room,
there's a
and
scene
it had
Harrison Ford's cock.
it's 120 refresh rate TV, and you know the stuff always looks funny with that faster refresh rate if it wasn't shot in that refresh rate. Anything where there's like a blue screen or a green screen behind it, even though it's like a matte painting inserted, looks like fucking shit in this movie that way.
I noticed that too.
I watched it on VHS, so it looked great to me.
Did you see?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Did you?
That's what I was
see-
thinking.
Did you see the ridiculous short round mannequin when they were holding them between the two carts?
Yeah. The worst that I
It
noticed
wasn't even the right length.
the worst that I noticed was when they're like coming down right after the plane, they jump out of the airplane.
Oh,
You
yeah.
you see this raft like sliding down the snow, and then clearly you see it come to a stop, and then they do like the head straight on shot that's like blue screened with the inserted background or whatever, and they're still going full speed. And like you just showed a shot where it's like stopping at the edge of the woods. What are you doing?
Yeah, they should have edited around that.
Mm-hmm. But stuff you don't normally
Spielberg's
notice.
a
I'm like,
hack. He always has been.
no, it just took me out of the moment watching it on this. If I'd watched it on VHS, I probably would have had a lot better time watching it that way. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, I noticed that too. Watching it, that some of the effects really stood out as bad.
I saw a TikTok the other day, and somebody thought they were like posting themselves watching Gremlins, and they were like, "Man, I love Steven Spielberg movies." and I was just like, damn, it's not their fault. I'm not saying they're dumb. I'm saying damn Steven Spielberg and Tim Burton for putting their names on shit unnecessarily.
Yeah.
You produced it.
Yeah.
You did not direct this movie, and people think you did because your name is on it.
Yeah, Steven Spielberg for Vince.
Is that one of those first time watching where they watch a movie?
No,
for the first
they
time?
knew it.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Sometimes it surprises me. Like, you've never seen this movie?
it's like Nightmare Before Christmas. People think Tim Burton did that.
Yeah.
No, he didn't. He was a producer on that. Like, there's another director on there that.
I think he helped with story, but not actual writing, I think.
It does have his kind of aesthetic, I guess.
Well, yeah, it has this oversight on.
Aesthetic wasn't very. I mean, what was Beetlejuice and Edward Scissorhands were done at that point? And Beetlejuice, obviously, you could say it's kind of like that.
Well, didn't they market it Tim Burton's Nightmare Before Christmas? That's why.
Oh yeah, they did that all over. Yeah,
we're gonna. If you're not a big cinephile, you're not gonna know those credit details.
The other one's Goonies. People don't know that Richard Donner directed that. Some of them, they think that he directed that.
Spielberg.
Well, there's people who think George Lucas did fucking Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi.
Oh yeah.
It's just
Goonies does.
That's a little different.
Goonies does feel like Spielberg directed it, though. I think. I could definitely see.
Well, clearly, it was heavy-handed with the way he did it. But out of the, you said, Alec, that you like this is your favorite Indiana Jones movie.
Yes,
me too.
Yours too.
Mm-hmm.
For me, just until we rewatch it, it's hard to say, but I really like Last Crusade mostly because I like the screen chemistry between Sean Connery and Harrison Ford.
I think Last Crusade is my second favorite.
Raiders.
I think Raiders is boring shit.
Raiders
really.
is my second favorite. I like Raiders a lot.
I mean, they're all better than I remember, but they're just action movies. So it's like I have nothing against them, but I just don't watch them often enough. And I'm thinking maybe I'll start adding them to the repertoire a little bit more often, but it's hard to say, right? So
this one's the best for me because it is action and adventure. There's plenty of just adventure shit.
Mm-hmm.
When they're on the elephants and the bats shit. And all that. They're watching the cult shit. That's not exactly action. Till it becomes action.
That's weird and interesting.
Yeah. I'm here
for you can't discount its influence though. Like when Indiana Jones throws that symbol in the opening fight sequence, clearly that was used in Mortal Kombat later on. They just turned it into a hat.
Mm-hmm.
Throwing a metal weapon like that, you're like, okay, I can appreciate that. Like, we know where you got that. That's fine.
No,
it's like Bloodsport.
Oddjob did that in Goldfinger long before. Had a metal rimmed hat.
Yeah. Either way. But I mean, it's just like Bloodsport, you know, like, oh, here's the character we're going to make in Bloodsport. Does the
fisting?
I think that's this. Or aren't you supposed to do it like this, the safest way? That way you don't get any nail damage or anything like that.
Your thumb stuck up like that?
Yeah, but you got to have a well-trimmed nail for that. But you reduce the risk of these other four fingers. You know, that's like why the rubber ones are always shaped like this. You know, it's like very specific so you can get that prime angle.
What?
Yeah.
What's happening?
I think what's happening is that the show is coming to a grinding halt.
I think, I don't have anything else to say about this movie. And Nick, somebody wants to order Nick a rubber fist for his own personal use. He will gladly use it for you on his OnlyFans.
Yeah, sure.
You're the rubber fisting expert here, Eddie.
I didn't say you're going to put it in your butt. I'm sure you'll find some use for it around the house. Put your toothbrush in it and just brush your teeth with that extra hand.
Nothing. That's exactly what our podcast is. It's Justin's voice cracking while talking about a rubber fist. That's a rubber fist, like G Scoob.
Are you old enough to talk about rubber fists?
I don't know. I'm almost 40, so we'll see.
Well, that concludes tonight.
Our broadcast day.
Exactly. What this has been Strange Glow Coast to Coast. With
this has been
Alec the Cocket.
Temple of Doom.
Temple of Doom.
Check out our Patreon at patreon.com/strangeglowvideo. It's $2.99 a month. And this week we have a new episode going up. We're talking Mario. Mario stuff, some games,
Not the movie.
maybe some toys, maybe some movies. It's not a review of the new movie.
Not the new movie. We did that separately.
Yeah, that's already a thing.
Did we? Yeah, we did that.
I didn't.
We did that without you.
Yeah.
No, we did it with Jerry.
Yeah, because Alec didn't watch it.
Mm-hmm. He was moving, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Have you still not seen it?
No. I'll see it eventually, but I'm not worried about seeing it in
It's
theaters.
probably close to digital release at this point.
I think they said it's pending. It should be this month. What I'm hearing. So
Really? I don't even know if it's stopped making money yet, has it?
I still haven't watched Cocaine Bear. It's on Peacock.
no, but I think it's Universal's pretty good about putting stuff out fairly quick. Same thing with Renfield. It already hit streaming, so I'm sure
It didn't hit streaming, it hit digital.
Yeah, Renfield's supposed to go
That's
to
a difference,
Peacock
I
too,
think. Because streaming implies that it's on just like Netflix or fucking Peacock, and it is not. It is.
Oh, Renfield's
digital.
not on Peacock? Oh,
No.
okay.
All
right.
At least not that I've seen.
Well, yeah, they want you to buy the digital. Have the
they'll
opportunity
do that
to
for a
buy the
while.
digital first, and then
Because even
yeah, but sometimes
Evil Dead's already coming to digital, but it's not going streaming.
it's already on digital.
No, it's. I saw an ad for it going digital today,
Shit.
so it will be in the next like week, I'm sure. That movie was originally
Nice.
conceived as a digital release or a
Really?
streaming movie. Yeah,
yeah, and that's what it was budgeted for. And then they decided it was good enough they're going to release it theatrically.
mm-hmm.
Oh, they only gave it a direct to home video budget.
Because that's what it was
It
considered.
still looks good though.
The director really
Oh,
put
no,
it after they made it.
If they gave it more budget, they might have made it worse though.
It's good how it is. Yeah.
Sometimes you got
Yeah, I enjoyed
too
it.
much money, then you don't have to get creative. Mario's made 1.161 billion
Yep.
globally.
Woo.
Yeah, I think Guardians hit 280 million globally already, which opening weekend worldwide is pretty good. But it'll cross $1 billion, I bet. First big summer movie, but it's a summer of movies, man. So we're going to see what happens.
There's so many movies.
Fast X is coming out this week, right? And then something else this month too, I think. Yeah, I don't know. There's some shit coming out though.
There's
Yep.
so many big tentpole movies this year.
Yeah, fucking Mission Impossible too.
Mission Impossible
Mhm.
Part 7, Part 1.
Yes. Part 7.1.
Yeah.
I guess it'd be 7.
Something like that.
Technically, if it was
7,
surround
Part 1.
probably. But that's the show. There's been a lot of silence here at the end. But
We're
if you're still
reflecting.
listening,
We're reflecting on
thank you. Give us a review on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Follow us on everything. Even if you don't go and listen to even if you listen to us on the Spotify feed, go and subscribe to our YouTube channel because we upload more than just our podcast there. We do we upload all of our TikToks to YouTube as well.
Well, even if you never watch this on YouTube, the
And
subscribe
separate
helps.
videos. Like the video of us destroying a HasLab proton pack.
An actual.
Yes, that was a fun one. We
That was an
destroyed the
actual-
shit out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Sure did.
Mhm.
All right, kids. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
To return some video